Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
Ethiopia, right? The only African nation to never be colonized. Up until now. Ethiopia is one of the largest recipients of Chinese aid in the world. Ethiopia also has a female president now. Shout out to the queen. But guess what? Ethiopia better do something fast because they are becoming over dependent on Chinese support. And why is the Chinese taking over Africa? Because they studied what the white man did and they said we're going to do it better than the white man. They are coming into Africa for 4 reasons. Reason number 1, the Chinaman is coming into Africa. China is overpopulated. I was just there a year ago in January of 18. There's too many of them. They got over 2 billion people in one country. America is only, 500 million? They got 2 billion. China is looking for unexploited lands where they can send their excess poor people. Africa is perfect. That's number 1. We got to reduce the population of China, so we're going to send all of our unwanteds to Africa. Same thing Britain did when they founded the 13 colonies. Second reason China taking over Africa, look at all the poor Africans. Can you imagine a better place to go and open up your factories and businesses where you can pay people even less than what you pay them in China? There's no minimum wage in many African countries for foreign businesses. You can exploit African labor better than you can exploit Taiwanese and Vietnamese labor. So the second reason they're in Africa, because guess what? I keep more of the profit. Third reason they in Africa is to take over the resources, just like the white man. That's why they're giving out all these loans. These are not grants. Let me be clear. The money that China is giving Africa are not grants. They are loans. You might say, why is China giving Kenya more money than they know Kenya can pay back? You follow me? Why are they giving a poor country like Ethiopia more money? Because they don't want you to pay it back. Right. Because when you look at the contract, guess what it says? If you default on this loan,
we keep
all your tea fields are mine. All your copper mines are mine. All your oil reserves are mine. And guess what? You already have an African nation that has defaulted on the loan. I think it was Kenya, but don't quote me. As a result of the default, China now owns all of a particular resource in that country. And the fourth reason that they are in Africa is to make the Africans dependent on them culturally, intellectually, educationally, and otherwise, because China plans to colonize Africa the same way the white man did.
Holy fuck.
That feels great.
Okay, so I was strolling through these African Tanzanian streets, and all I'm seeing is China. Chinese this, Chinese that. In fact, they have a whole Chinatown. And I had to think, would the Chinese allow Africans to build their own damn near city inside China? You know, let's say Africans go set up, or Nigerians, Tanzanians, Kenyans just go over China and just set up shop. What would the Chinese do? So yeah, China is playing chess all across the board because everybody can see that the West, aka America, is on its last leg and is losing power, specifically its stronghold on Africa. So China is taking the passive approach instead of kicking down your door and blatantly taking it in your face. We're going to offer loans, infrastructure, contracts, and new technology to put you under our great grandchildren's foots. I see it every day. Here, they're on the streets, directing construction to the Africans. They already have the businesses, KFCs, Pizza Huts, hotels, etc. And of course, the East Indian, the Arab, and the European did it too. But China sat back and watched and perfected it. So until sub-Saharan African nations and the diaspora can realize and come together, we're all we got, and our political leaders have sold us out, these other nations will have their foot on our necks. Y'all wake up, man. Y'all wake up. But I noticed after a very powerful, influential leader and president named Magufuli lost his life controversially, going missing before his death, a man who made it harder for the other nations to control his country. After he died, China aggressively has taken over. I'm talking about You see the businesses everywhere. You see the infrastructure as far as the train systems being built. You see the bus situation on the streets. You see the roads. And on the outside looking in, it looks like China is the superhero. Super China's swooping in to save Africa from the Western world, right? But no, as Dr. Umar showed in the video or stated in the video, China is taking a passive approach. But best believe your great great grandchildren will bow to these people. It's nobody's fighting for equality. Nobody's coming to give you a free opportunity. Uh, this is this is the tactics of war. You get what I'm saying? They want their people to win, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what do we want our people to do? When are we gonna unite as the diaspora in the African continent? But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring some notoriety to this situation. Tell me what you think about it. This is Pilgrims in the Earth. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace, y'all.